Did you hear about the big changes to Canada's spouse open work permit rules in 2025? If you're planning to bring your partner to Canada, this could change everything. Stay tuned, because we'll walk you through every detail step by step from the Travel Tree channel. Welcome to Travel Tree, your trusted source for the latest immigration updates and essential guides. Today, we're diving deep into recent changes announced by Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, regarding the spousal open work permit, often referred to as the spouse visa, for international students and foreign workers. These changes took effect on January 21, 2025, and marked a major shift in eligibility and application process. Whether you're an international student, a skilled foreign worker, or planning to support your spouse in Canada, this video will explain everything clearly, from who can apply, to required documents, eligibility, and the full step-by-step application process. Overview of the new rules. As of January 21, 2025, IRCC has tightened eligibility for spousal open work permits, OWPs, significantly narrowing who can apply. Let's break down what has changed. International student spouses. Under the new rules, only spouses or common-law partners of students enrolled in one of these programs qualify for OWPs. Master's programs at least 16 months long. Doctoral programs. Select professional programs such as medicine, MD, law, LLB/JD, nursing, BScN, engineering, BUng, and similar essential professional training. Foreign workers' spouses. Eligibility is now tied to the skill level and sector of the foreign worker. TR 0 or 1 occupations, high-skill roles like professionals or managers. Specific TR 2 or 3 occupations in high-demand sectors such as natural/applied sciences, healthcare, construction, natural resources, education, sports, and military. Additionally, the principal applicant's work permit must have at least 16 months remaining at the time the spouse applies. Exemptions. There are some important exceptions. Spouses of individuals covered under free trade agreements, like CUSMA, are not affected. Spouses of applicants already transitioning to permanent residence remain eligible. Dependent children excluded. Under the new rules, dependent children are no longer eligible for open work permits. That eligibility is strictly limited to spouses or common-law partners. Grandfathering clause. Existing OWPs that were approved under the older rules remain valid until they expire. In certain limited cases, like study extension or passport expiry, spouses can renew their permit under the old criteria if they continue under essentially the same conditions. Why the changes? IRCC introduced these updates to align temporary resident programs more closely with Canada's labour market needs, reduce strain on housing and infrastructure, and enhance program integrity. By limiting spousal permits to those linked with in-demand programs or occupations, Canada hopes to ensure family members contributed meaningfully and responsibly. For families of lower-skilled workers, this shift may require creative alternatives or serious planning to stay together. If you're finding this breakdown helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Travel Tree for more simple and up-to-date immigration guides. Let's keep going with what this means for you. Who can apply now? Detailed eligibility. Spouses of international students. You qualify if your partner is enrolled in Masters of at least 16 months. Any PhD or doctoral program. Select professional degrees like MD, LLB/JD, nursing, BScN, engineering, BUng, etc. Proof you'll need. Marriage certificate, proof of partner's enrollment, valid study permit. Spouses of foreign workers. Your spouse must be employed in TR 0 or 1 job, or eligible TR 2 or 3 job, sectors like healthcare, construction, natural sciences, education, sports, military. See IRCC's published list as of January 21. Also, the primary applicant must have over 16 months remaining on their work permit when you apply. Exempt individuals. Not impacted: spouses under free trade agreements and those awaiting permanent residence processing. Step-by-step application process. Let's walk through the complete process from preparation to approval. Step 1. Check eligibility. Verify if you're either eligible as a spouse of a qualifying student or worker by reviewing your spouse's program or job TR category and remaining permit duration. Step 2. Gather documents. For both applicant and spouse, prepare marriage or common law verification, marriage certificate or evidence of shared life, partner's valid permit and proof of enrollment or employment, letter of acceptance or job offer, copies of passports, photos, application forms, IMM 5710 for work permit, proof of status and relationship. Step 3. Create an IRCC account. Set up an online IRCC account, GC key or sign-in partner account. This is where you'll complete your application. Step 4. Complete the application. Fill out IMM 5710 and other relevant forms, pay fees, work permit fee, open work permit holder fee, biometrics, and upload documents. Step 5. Biometrics and submission. You may be asked to provide biometrics, such as fingerprints and a photo, at a local center. Submit your application online and pay all required fees. Step 6. Processing and timeline. Processing times vary. Pre-2025 applicants had more flexible rules, so expect faster processing. New applications are being processed more slowly due to stricter eligibility and IRCC workloads, currently averaging weeks to a few months. Step 7. Renewal or extension. If your permit is expiring and was issued under the old rules, you may apply for renewal under the same conditions. If you're now ineligible due to the new rules, you may need to explore alternative work permits, employer-specific, bridging open work permit, or maintain visitor status. Supporting resources and tips. Tips for students and workers. Apply early if you or your partner are nearing the end of your permit. Maintain valid status at all times. Seek legal or consultant help if you're unsure about TR categorization or eligibility. Check the IRCC website regularly for updates to eligible programs and jobs. Alternatives if ineligible. Employer-specific work permits, with job offer plus LMIA. Study permits for spouses, if they wish, potentially enabling work eligibility later. Apply for visitor status while waiting or for another permit path. Summary. Now let me quickly break down the eligibility for different categories under the new spouse visa rules in a simple way. First, if you're the spouse of an international student, you're only eligible if your partner is enrolled in a master's program that's at least 16 months long, a PhD program, or a select professional program like medicine, law, nursing, or engineering. Next, if you're the spouse of a foreign worker, you're eligible only if your partner is working in TR Category 0 or 1, or in a selected TR 2 or 3 occupation, that includes fields like healthcare, construction, sciences, or education. Also, your partner's work permit must have at least 16 months of validity remaining at the time you apply. Now for dependent children, under the new rules, they are no longer eligible for open work permits. That's a big change. However, spouses covered under free trade agreements, or those whose partners are in the process of applying for permanent residence, are still eligible. And lastly, if you already have an open work permit issued before January 21, 2025, that permit remains valid, and in some cases, you may even be able to renew it, depending on your situation. So that's the complete breakdown of the Canada Spouse Open Work Permit changes as of January 2025. We covered who still qualifies, who doesn't, the full application process, eligibility checklist, and alternatives if you're affected by these new rules. If this video helped clarify things, please like, subscribe to Travel Tree, and turn on notifications so you can stay updated on Canada's immigration policies and guides. We post practical, friendly, and accurate content every week. Comment below if you have questions, and we'll do our best to help. Safe travels and best of luck with your application. See you in the next video.